As a corporate trainer, Professor Singh has successfully held various training programs in leading organizations like Vedanta, DRDO, GAIL, SAIL, IFCO, Punjab Police, and many more. Sir, I invite you to kindly share your views.
Thank you, Divyani, for your humbling words, and thanks to Professor Amit Kumar Singh for making people know that what this financial literacy is, and the zeal with which Professor Amit is doing the series of programs on financial literacy. I'm sure that very soon a good set of the citizens of this country, they will know that what is the actual import of financial literacy. My compliments to you, Professor Singh. And I'm happy that that Professor Singh has invited Sinha Saab, a legendary who knows the ins and outs of nuances of the policies, and has given several insights in past. I'm happy that he is here to enlighten us that what budget has to say specifically about financial literacy. And this is my second meeting with Dr. Sharma, who has a missionary zeal of taking this financial literacy to larger audience. So my compliments to Dr. Sharma also, and I see that good set of people from different walks of life, they have joined this program from different geographies. So that it speaks about that how important this issue is in present times. Hope that in times to come, this series will reach to the next level. Professor Amit has mandated me to speak in brief. Mr. Sinha is there to talk at length about that what budget has to say about this financial literacy. When I see this budget of 2025-26, I'm not able to find directly that the budget is talking anything about financial literacy. It is, of course, indirectly talking about literacy through financial inclusion. Before that, let me clarify that what is my understanding of financial literacy. To me, it is maybe the ability to understand and interpret effectively and use various financial skills, including personal financial management, budgeting, investing, borrowing, and making the assessment of the risk. It encompasses knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behavior that enables individuals to make informed and responsible financial decisions. So with this understanding of financial literacy, I find that the financial inclusion initiatives which are seen there in this budget, some of them are like the Grameen credit card, credit scores for self-help groups, the credit cards for micro and small enterprises with 5 lakhs as the limit, and huge expansion of postal banking services in rural areas, simplifying the centralized KYC processes, and giving street vendors credit to the tune of 30,000 through Pradhan Mantri Swanidhi Yojana. Talking about the regulation and coordination of the pension schemes to see that how post-retirement financial needs would be met, and looking at the social security of gig workers, those who are not having the full-time and permanent employment, giving them some registration, making them to go through some registration processes, and many other things. So these financial inclusion initiatives are contributing indirectly towards the financial literacy. But as an academic, when I see these things, I find that only providing the credit and borrowing facility and registration or some system, this will not make us to understand the nuances of financial literacy. Because even if you are giving the rural masses credit, until and unless the rural masses, they know that how judiciously it is to be invested, when to borrow, till what to borrow, where to invest and where not to invest, the objective of the literacy, that will not be fully achieved. We are giving to MSMEs credit card facility. The credit limit on Kisan credit card has also been extended. But there is need, inclusion is fine. But if we are talking about the literacy in the real sense of the term, then there is a need to understand that how to educate our masses. Maybe some of them are not there in the formal education. How to educate them and sensitize that financial literacy is not about earning the wealth, not about managing the wealth, rather it is about learning the wealth. And this journey from earning to learning, that is very rigorous. It is very processual. That needs to be understood. That needs to be achieved through such kind of programs and through such kind of the missionary zeals. And to me, I see that, let's say, often we say that caveat emptor, beware buyer. This what has been taught to us right since our childhood days. If financial literacy in the real sense of the term is to be practiced, I think it is not only the investor, the borrower has to be aware. Why the supplier, the provider has not also be aware? Why this financial literacy program is only for consumers and users and investors and borrowers? Why such programs should not be there for companies? Why companies only in very small letters which are not legible, they will go for making all such offers and will give one disclaimer that before making any investment, you should be careful about it. So there is a need to make a departure from caveat emptor to caveat venditor. And government is working on that, how to go for tweaking this Consumer Protection Act, which makes the provider also to be alert and agile. It is not that the bank will provide the loan and in illegible letters will say that you read all the documents and if you are signing something, you have to go for paying some fee. No. If the literacy in the real sense of the term has to empower our consumers, and in the real sense of the term, it has to go for giving the real power to the user, then there is a need to provide literacy to both. In present sense of the term, this financial literacy, to me, is providing empowerment in a very limited sense of the term. And until and unless we understand that excess of something, that is not to be taken as a synonym for empowerment, because the financial decisions are not mechanical in the real sense of the term. Financial decisions are very much emotional. Financial decisions are shaped by the culture, by the trust, by the socio-economic conditions. If these are the factors where Professor Amit says that this is behavioral finance, if these are the factors impacting the financial decisions, only creating a platform or talking about the jam trifecta or bringing fintechs there in the forefront, that is not going to give us in the real sense, that is not going to make us financially literate. Because, to me, it seems that the fintech or such kind of interventions appears to be that they are liberating people from poverty. But they may be appearing to be as an illusion to liberate us from poverty, giving us some education, some literacy. But I think this is creating a different kind of financial dependence. So this journey of moving from one and being caught by the other, I think the literacy mission, this needs to be revisited, that where it intends to take people. Sorry. And there is a need to understand that, when we talk about education, we say that sa vidya vimuktaye. The education must give us liberating effect. So if the same import we are applying in case of the financial literacy and financial education, are our efforts empowering our users to ask questions, not to be only conformist and accept what is going on. If bank says that this to be done, then we are saying that yes, we will do it. If X provider says this is to be done, we are following it. Is this literacy empowering people to raise questions, or it is making only to be a conformist, that whatever has been said, it is to be accepted? For example, the banks often they ask, or the loan providers, the lenders, they ask a very popular phrase, KYC, know your customer. But why these service providers are not introducing a system of know your lender, know your banker? If I ask you that how many of us are knowing the banking system, or how many of us they know the bank officials? At the most, the manager, if at all you are visiting to the lending bank's office, or the person who is making you to sign couple of documents which you have hardly read. And what other processes, particularly in the private banking sector, we are not aware of. So in such a situation, in such a social setup, in such a bureaucratized setup, is financial literacy only to make us to accept the way things are, or it is making us to go for bringing a critical perspective that the literacy will be achieved only when it will give us to ask questions, to ask bank that why I should not be allowed to look at different aspects of banking and know different officials of the bank, and why if I have not read your 100 pages document, why I am charged for this, why this was not exclusively explained to me. So financial literacy, when it will reach to its second generation, maybe it should go for making people to challenge the conventional meaning of financial literacy, and go for digging it down further, where the psychological paradox what the financial literacy or financial inclusion rather is creating, where we are saying that on one hand you should be careful about the things, but we would be doing what we intend to do. Such kind of the paradoxes, where the market incentivizations, they are seen as something given, and the user, the recipient is supposed to take as it is, and at the same time we say that you should be careful about it. You should not go for responding these calls. You should not go for clicking your phone like this. Why we are not bringing the mechanisms and systems and processes there at place, where the people, those who are into it, they are also penalized at a faster pace. So there, with the financial literacy and financial inclusion, there is a need to talk about the faster financial judiciary, the financial justice. If things are all put together, then we will find that the financial literacy is able to break the myth what is there in the mind of the user, that they say that no, we have to be careful. If something has gone wrong, it is my fault. It is not my fault. You can't go for finding out the biographical solutions for the systemic failures. If financial literacy is to be practiced, there is a need to look at that how to make the system robust. There the more empowerment is given to the user. And for this, I think the government should think in terms of not only looking at this financial literacy as a freak event. There is a need to bring a national financial literacy mission. There is a need to create some behavioral nudging. Let's say you are providing loan. Why we can't make that you will provide loan to the people those who have done some online or offline courses or some certification for, let's say, 30 minutes, those who are aware of the few things about borrowing, to them only you would be giving loans. Why I'm saying I'm buying the cues that earlier the independent directors, anybody and everybody, whosoever was having something with them on a public platform, I don't want to say, they were taken as the independent directors. But then government introduced a process that no, you have to qualify an exam to become independent director in the public sector organizations, and those who are able to qualify, they are there as independent directors. Similar kind of the nudgings we can go for introducing there in financial literacy missions also, that you will go for giving only these people as loans. They are only eligible for loans in addition to what the credit worthiness you are seeing in terms of the different scores, CIBIL and other things. The other is that this financial literacy, it cannot be taken as freak instance event. Therefore, there is a need to sensitize people right since beginning. So maybe financial literacy could be made as a part of the curricula in the schools, where the school kids, they are sensitized about that what these issues are. I think that will, in long run, that will go for helping us that what is the meaning of the financial literacy and how this literacy one day would be converted into the mission, and people, they will, with all authority and all empowerment, they will not only be the conformist, not only in the acceptance mode, they would be there in questioning mode, and then they will go for making, empowering themselves and the society and the economy, that how things could be made robust, so that the what kind of the vapes are there, those who go for deterring in present times, they are not deterring the way they are deterring today. I think these are the freak, off the cuff ideas which I have shared with you. You may not find much merit in it, but as was mandated by Professor Amit Singh, so some of the points, if you find, maybe this forum can take forward and may benefit the country at large. Thank you so much, Professor Singh, for giving this opportunity to me. Wish you all the best. Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your high-inspiring words.